What's up, Epic 7? Tristen Wulf here, and I want to talk to you guys a little bit about this Constellation event that's this new PvE content that Smilegate dropped, and the removal of the Nightmare Raid as well. Smilegate specifically asked us to get the community sentiment and feedback for how to improve the system, thoughts on it, and it is in beta. This is our chance to make it better, to let Smilegate know what we as a community to see from the system, to see how it grows. First, I want to explain where Smilegate's coming from with the system, what they're trying to do, because I think a lot of people might be missing the point, missing Smilegate's greater plan here. Now, there's some good and there's some bad in it, but let's break it down. First of all, the removal of Nightmare Raid. I'm not a fan. I think other competing games of this kind have 3 to 4 times the amount of PvE content that Epic 7 does. I know Epic 7 has a concern about bloat, right? They removed the labyrinth coins, they removed the bug charms, they removed the entry tokens, they removed abyss tokens. They're trying to get rid of these currencies, simplify, streamline, make it more appealing to newer players, make it easier to understand. But that can't be at a loss of things to do. And even though this is designed to wholly replace and be a better option for us for a monthly farm than Nightmare Raid was, I still think Nightmare Raid maybe just needed to change or evolve into something a little bit different rather than just being tossed out the way the original Hall of Trials was tossed out, the way Advent appears to have been tossed out, the way a lot of the really cool and fun mini games appear to be tossed out, the way original Ancient Inheritance was tossed out. I think Smilegate needs to stop removing content. It's almost a meme now that this company's content is the removal of content. Other games that come out with hard modes, they evolve the content, they keep it in there, and the concern about bloat on currency could easily be addressed by changing the currency rewards into Skystone rewards. Imagine if this new Constellation event, instead of giving you currency to spend in the shop, it gave you Skystones to spend in the shop, and those Skystones could be used to buy things in the shop with Skystones. And if you're like, oh well, people just won't play the content, they'll just use Skystone. Well, then make it so that you have to do the content to unlock the shop. And then you've got a choice. Maybe you pocket the Skystones, maybe you use them to get an epic pass, maybe use them to buy a skin, or maybe you use the Skystones you got to buy the stuff in the shop. I don't know. It just seems like there are ways to do it without creating additional currencies. We've got a premium currency, use it. Just a thought. So I don't know. I really wish they weren't removing Nightmare Raid. I feel that is a backwards step for us as a game, and I think that is what a lot of people are angry about. Maybe I'm missing my guess a little bit here, but I think probably 90% of the hate on the new Constellation system would go away if Nightmare Raid wasn't also going away, because what people are seeing is they're seeing something they can do easily, maybe even on full auto, and a consistent, stable farm that doesn't take too much effort, too much time. They see that going away and being replaced with something they feel like they can't do because they're missing a unit, because they don't have endgame gear, and now they feel left out, and they feel like a good farm is going away and being replaced by something that is a tedious pain in the ass or that they can't even do yet. So I get it. Let me explain what Smilegate's plan is. Smilegate right now seems to really be hyped up on a roguelike model for this game. And I'm not a fan of the way Smilegate handles roguelikes. They do them very, very badly. They've done it with the Heart of Orbis, where you have to complete their tree, you have to complete their roguelike to get a better and better Heart of Orbis to get the better and better rewards. Except that's going to take several months to complete. It's a huge, long, drawn-out window that's longer than a lot of new players' attention spans, and I think it'll hurt us a little bit when people come in and be like, oh, wow, I can get this really nice gear, that's pretty cool. Oh, I have to wait 6 months? Yeah. That's not fun for me when everybody in my guild is getting good stuff, but me as a new player, I'm getting SWAT. Aren't new players supposed to have catch-up mechanics? Aren't new players supposed to, not be punished? So, I don't know. I don't like it there. The roguelike thing that they did in Brawl mode, you guys remember Brawl mode? That was an unmitigated disaster. I have never hated content that Smilegate has put out as much as I hated Brawl mode. That was a hot pile of garbage compared to the really nice auto battler we had. They made something that went from a strategic, skill-based, people get into rooms coming up with ideas system to a just press auto until you die, buy the roguelike, just press auto till you die. It felt a lot like Tower of Automation, except it took 2 weeks instead of 20 minutes. So again, the spacing and pacing on it was not very good. Now we've got the trial of the Constellation. Everybody's so upset. I can't do Perdition. I didn't get Fene. I don't have that limited holiday fee. What do you mean I need a plus 30 of this artifact that's limited? A lot of people are really upset about Perdition. But here's the thing. Perdition's easy. Like stupid easy. Like mid-game players are going to be able to auto this easy. Really. Look at the constellations. Look what happens when you max out the roguelike. Look at all those skill bonuses. It's going to be easy. It's going to be accessible and easy, and it's going to give you minimum 7 pieces of gear a month if you buy the gears. The 5 from the drops and the 2 from the shop. 7 pieces of really stupid good gear. Nightmare Raid gave you, what, 1.5 every month? This is giving you 7 per month. And you can also have the option of just saying, hey, you know what? I'm not going to buy 2 of those pieces of gear. I'm going to get Molagora every day. I'm going to really boost up my charms. I need Mola more than I need charms. It's going to let you decide where you want to spend it based on your account's needs. But getting that constellation filled out is going to take months. So what Smilegate wanted you to do is they want you to engage with hard and hell mode. Hard if you're a relatively new mid-game player, and hell mode if you're probably, around the 1-year mark of gameplay. You'll be able to do that content, right? You're not going to get much from it, but you're going to slowly chip away at the constellation. Right now, it's only 3 battles. It will be 5, so you are going to get about 20% more currency to fill out that roguelike. And then after you start filling out those trees, I mean, look at some of the skills on this. Some of them are like cuts the the enemy speed in half. Reduces the amount of incoming damage by half. I mean, some of them are insane what it does for you. As far as dropping the difficulty, it's going to be night and day difficulty difference. So you're just going to have to farm hell until you get up enough currency to make them easier, and then you can start to farm Nightmare. Until you get enough currency that now you can farm Perdition. And then you finish out the trees, and you're full autoing Perdition with free-to-play units at that point. That could take 4 to 5 months. Once again, I think it is a really, really long roguelike that is punishing for the newer players. It's going to make players be like, I don't really want to engage with the system where it rewards the high-end players and it leaves the mid-game players behind. It should be and that's why I don't like roguelikes in this style of game. The closing the gap is always something we're looking at doing, something to get the early game players to catch up to the late game players, and these roguelike systems seem to be something that's going to increase the gap between the new and mid-game players and the late and end game players. Now, it is only once a month, so I guess it's not that huge, but still, it's there, and I'm not a fan of it. I wish they would find a way to do things and stop doing roguelike, Smilegate. You're not good at it. You were good at auto battlers. The original Brawl mode was amazing, but this isn't your niche. It's not a good fit for your game, and I'm not a fan of it. But I do have to respect the fact that this is a significantly better reward system than Nightmare Raid. Eventually. 2, 3, 4 months down the road, everybody's going to be able to do this. 6 months minimum. 6 months, you should have practically the entire constellation done. Everybody's going to be able to do this, and it's going to be really, really good for you guys for gear and resources. It's just going to be a pain in the ass climb to get there, and having to just accept the fact that you are not intended to beat the highest level. I don't care if you've been playing 6 years. They did not intend us to beat Perdition, just like they didn't intend you to beat Brawl mode without doing their roguelike. They made this entire constellation system. They want you to engage with it, and whether you like it or not, that was the plan. The plan was for you to fail. The plan was for you to have to go through the steps to build up the constellations. Whichever ones you're struggling with the most, you build the constellations on those first, and then you can go in and make this an easy, stable, high-profit farm. That's all I wanted to say. When the dust settles on all this, we're going to look back and go, wow, this is so much better for my account than Nightmare Raid ever was. But there's going to be some growing pains getting there. Just like people who are starting today, seeing people getting, S and double S gear from the Heart of Orbis, and like, it says I can only get B gear. I'm like, yeah, you just started. You'll have to wait a few months. It'll be like that for every new player getting into, or new to mid-game player getting into the Constellation event for the first time. So let me know what you guys think, because I really want to send a community sentiment up. Please don't just post comments like, this mode is ass and I hate it, or this mode is great. Post constructive criticism and detailed praise. Say, I love this event because it does this, this, and this. I hate this event because these are the problems and this is how I would fix it. Remember to put in the how you would make it better. If you complain about a problem without offering a solution, all you're doing is whining. So no whining. Let's give them some constructive criticism while it's in beta, while we got a shot to have this thing molded to a more functional system, and hopefully they really take it to heart that we don't want them to remove content. Modify it, change it, whatever, but it's just kind of a tragedy that something as iconic and engaged with as Nightmare Raid is going the way of so much content that this game has had. Really, really would like to see Smilegate have a more rich and diverse PvE experience, because right now it's hunts, the occasional holo trials, and special events, and that's about it. I mean, once the Abyss is done, it's done. Auto Tower is just that. You press auto. Be nice to give us some more engaging content, things people have to think about, things we can write guides around. Come on, give me some stuff to do, Smilegate. Let me know what you guys think. Drop it in the description of the video, and I hope you enjoy watching me cleave the hell out of people with Straze. Straze OP. I'll catch you guys next time. Take care, Epic 7.